Listen, you are carrying out like the greatest, like the hugest form of compassion any individual on this planet can ever exercise by you deciding to not have a kid. To all parents out there watching this video, this is not an attack to you. Thank you for being a good parent. Thank you for being honest to your little ones. And thank you for doing a good job, man. It's not easy. But to get to the point, Generation Y are parents. Well, that's like around the 60s, close to the 80s. It's a very ambitious. That was one very ambitious generation. They were very good hustlers, side hustlers. They were working. They were very ambitious and happy about creating a new world for us. Then came Generation Y. Actually, Generation X comes before. That's our parents. I always get them confused. Now, our parents, they didn't get a fair share of technology, like we did. Because technology, I'm I'm a millennial, Generation Y. We like the fulcrum, the pivotal point of technology, We're the turning point of technology because we remember the phones, knocking on the door, writing letters. Also, we are like the home of technology. We know everything. But then comes Generation Z. They kind of fall in between, But there's a problem with Generation Z and Generation 8 that's been ongoing. Now that's a problem with technology. Anyway, let me put this to the side. This is besides the point. The reality is, though, let's be honest, most of us were born unplanned. Let's be 100% honest, Me or you. I mean, I'm honest. I was born unplanned. There was no plans about my deliverance or my coming to this planet. 9 times out of 10, not even 9 times out of 10, but most of the times, I'm not going to exaggerate. Let me just say 6 people out of 10 people that I run into. It's, people with kids, they're always telling me, hey, you have kids? Or, I'll tell them I don't have kids. They're telling me, they're telling me that, oh man, you shouldn't have kids or just wait. So like, there's this type of fear behind the statement. So I ask myself a question: Do children really bring happiness? Are people genuinely happy when they have those babies? Because first of all, when you have a kid, you have to stop living for yourself, and now you're living for the kids. So for a long time, you have to lose yourself and forget your old self to create a new person. This rigorous person. How is that happiness? Like, personally, I feel like most of us like us as humans, we are on this planet just trying to figure out what our purposes is, you know. And I'm not gonna lie to you, most of us don't know. We are just coexisting and just doing what everybody else is doing, you know. You just right now you're just working hard to get your house, get a wife, get a car, and then that's life. And that's what you're gonna tell your kids. And probably that's what your grandkids gonna tell your grandkids' kids. I feel like having kids an escape. Having kids is an escape from this torturing existence. You know, they give you a little new world that you get to create this new happiness, you know. Like, I be thinking a lot of things, like, what if having kids is just them trying to keep this whole thing moving forward, you know? Because think about it, once you have your kids, you don't care about your life no more. You care about your kids more than you care about your life. Meaning that your life is slowly becoming useless and dying out to the system. Now you have to germinate this new life that's gonna refuel the system. Oh, you don't want to have kids? What's wrong with you? Like, is there something wrong with you? Kids are beautiful, man. Like, is there something wrong with you? Like, bro, like, you need to go see somebody. You constantly pressed into this, you know, this pressure, this society. You gotta have kids. And you know what's funny? Think about it. For everything to change, there has to be some type of rebellious individuals. That's what you call protesting. For the Roman Catholic Church to get whatever the I think it was called read something. It's a word, but it's read something. They had to come some people protesting, and that's where the Protestants come from. Change comes from rebelling. So for you to wake up and say that you don't want to have kids, and you notice when you don't have kids, people are always trying to shame you. Maybe you just putting a mirror in their face and showing them like them having babies wasn't the smartest decision. Because notice when you don't have kids and still be successful, have a car, take vacations, and do what you want. The only thing that's gonna make you sad and feel like you are nothing in life is for people to tell you you don't have kids. But maybe somewhere in between those thin lines, you still holding on to that is the spark of the change. This was sparks change. Like I said, you not having kids is the greatest form of kindness you're practicing to yourself and the kids that you're not having. Because think about it, when you have the kids, man, you already know what's going on here, man. It's suffering. You're blessing them by not bringing them in this planet, man. Kids don't bring happiness. Kids do not bring happiness. You know, I feel like it's something to do with this system. Having kids has something to do with the system. Because even when you realize, if us as humans on this planet, if we start having too many kids, they kind of somehow make sure that they drop the population. And if we don't have kids, they try to find a way to engineer, like to engineer the process so we could kind of like have kids. Boomers, baby creators. I feel like they just wanted to create babies. Like, dude, we becoming useless, bro. Like, us humans, we becoming useless. Because I feel like I kind of feel like the point was to create as many humans, so the humans help in creating the machines, but then the machines take out the humans for those people who created them, for whatever purpose that is. Going back to the generations, Generation A, Alpha, these new kids from 2012 all the way to 2000, like where we at right now, parenting is done. Parenting has officially closed. And the whole weekend, it is not open. Monday is a holiday. Yes. Parenting is done. The phone is the new parent. You know, and it's like you cannot, these kids cannot fight this technology because you're part of it. Kids learn from what they see and what they hear. You on your phone 24/7, everywhere they go. Like, it's just, the next generations are screwed. Like, screwed. So why would I want to bring my baby? Who's gonna have a baby while I'm probably still alive, to witness this suffering, and you cannot do nothing about it? I have the greatest platform to have a baby, at least one or two, but I refused. Not, at least with these Western women.